guys like my cat nightgown? I stole it from my mom. This was her nightgown in the 80s, I think. It's got a cat and a rose. And every time I wear it, she's like, why do you still have that? It's kind of thread-worn, but I love it. Yes, so that has nothing to do with the movie that I watched tonight, but I just thought because it's very prominent. I love this nightgown. It's my favorite thing, other than my cat, which you can see his creepy eyes because it's dark. Anyways, so tonight I watched a movie I'd been meaning to watch for like a million years. This year has been really great for getting me around to seeing movies that I have meant to see and somehow just never saw. You know, now I'm like, I have no excuse. So I watched Karyn Kusama's Girlfight. It's on Netflix. It expires in 2 days, probably actually 3 days. I don't know. It expires on the it expires on the 1st of March. Mr. Rochester fell asleep during this movie, so he, I don't know. We got him to watch yesterday's movie. Today he fell asleep. Stars Michelle Rodriguez. It's actually introducing Michelle Rodriguez, and the shot of her face that like it really is like introducing Michelle Rodriguez. It's such a great introduction to the character and an introduction to an amazing screen presence. According to the director, she like gave a really shitty audition, but nobody was as athletic and powerful as she was, and so that really was so essential to the role that she figured, give her a shot and hopefully get a good performance out of her. And she did, obviously, because this is a great film and a great performance. She won an Independent Spirit for Best Debut Performance, I believe Michelle Rodriguez did. So it's about a girl in Brooklyn whose home life is less than stellar. And she has a lot of anger, and she gets into fights at school, and her brother is training at a gym, and she realizes that that's something she would like to do. She wants to be a boxer also. And actually, aspects of this movie are very similar to Million Dollar Baby, which came out later. And I know that Million Dollar Baby was based on a book. But, like, it's sort of like they took this movie, made it not about a Hispanic teenager, and then added, assisted suicide to the ending. And then it's like it's the same movie. I mean, I like Million Dollar Baby, but I liked that this was sort of a spin on the teen movie, but done in a way that felt fresh, and a spin on boxing movies. There was even like the guy that she ends up kind of dating, kind of boxing with, is named Adrian. While that's a little on the nose, like flipping it like that, I kind of dug it. I like it when things, are so obviously subversive. I thought it was good. It worked for me. Her trainer is played by a guy whose voice sounds a lot like Joe Mantegna, but he's not Joe Mantegna. Like they have the same voice. Jamie Torelli. I don't know if I've ever seen him in anything, but he's clearly Joe Mantegna's like long lost voice cousin, where they grew up on the same street because they have the same voice. Also, it was produced by John Sayles and his partner, lady friend partner, not business partner, although also business partner. Karyn Kusama went to NYU, and then when she graduated, she worked various jobs, and at some point wound up being John Sayles' assistant. And when she couldn't get any funding on this film, she finally got it to some producers who would listen, including John Sayles' partner, but they couldn't get funding, and then finally they got some funding, but then 2 days before the film was supposed to start pre-production, the funding backed out, and then John Sayles was like, you know what, fuck it, here's the money, this movie's great, and that's sort of how the movie got made, so yay, John Sayles. I also actually really love John Sayles, and he's one of the few, like, male writer-directors who consistently writes wonderful, amazing, complex women characters. Like, John Sayles is amazing. I love him. So he also gets a cameo as a hot teacher. So she goes through like teen angst, and then home angst, and then athlete angst, and then like sexist angst, basically having to prove that she's just as good as the dudes, if not a little better. And it's just a great sort of triumph of the human spirit type movie. And I liked that, like, it could have been sappy and like she could have connected with her father, but she doesn't at the end. Spoiler. And I was expecting that to happen and hoping that it wouldn't happen, because I don't think in reality, when she's out of high school, she's never seeing her father again. Like maybe to see her little brother, and that's it. And the relationship with her brother was really great too. I always like good brother-sister relationships in movies. I would like to point out that my brother and I did Kung Fu together when we were kids, and he went much further than I did. I think he has a black belt now. I suck at it. Although I used to be really good at kicks. But we went to my brother's going to hate that I'm telling the story. Sorry, Joe. We went to a tournament one time, and he had this like really long haircut for some reason, and that was just his haircut. And we were getting candy or something, and the guy was like, can I help you girls? And he was so upset that they thought that he was a girl. I'm not really sure why I was telling this story. I guess it's one of my favorite moments with my brother, because actually, I don't know why it's one of my favorite moments with my brother, because now that I think about it, it was really rude of that guy. But I guess when you're a kid, I don't know why I told that story. So now, yeah, because that's a memory I have. Okay, Girlfight. So this director has also done Aeon Flux, which was on Netflix but is not on Netflix anymore. And then she did Jennifer's Body, which I saw with my mom actually, and we both hated it. So, I guess of the two of her films I've seen, it's like 1 for 1, 1 for 0, 1 for 1. I don't know. I can't even talk. Clearly, I need to go to sleep. So Michelle Rodriguez was great. She's always great. Girlfight's really good. You have like 2 days to watch it. Saturday is going to be your last day, so watch it on Netflix. It came out 15 years ago, which is just crazy. I really enjoyed it.